Isidor Fink migrated from Poland to the United States after World War I. Settling in New York, he established his business, a laundry and ironing shop. At the time of the crime, Fink was 30 years old and lived alone without a wife or children. On the night of March 9, 1929, Fink returned to his apartment, which also served as his workplace, after delivering some clothes to a customer. Habitually, Fink securely locked the door and windows, as he lived in a rough neighborhood and was always suspicious. That night, his neighbor, Lucan Smith, heard sounds of a struggle followed by gunshots coming from Fink's apartment. Smith ran to find the nearest police officer, and they quickly returned to the scene. However, the door was locked from the inside, and attempts to enter through the window were thwarted as it was nailed shut from the inside. The officer broke the window but couldn't get through due to its small size, so he summoned a small child to climb through and unlock the door. Inside, they discovered Isidor Fink's lifeless body. He had been shot 3 times, once in the left wrist and twice in the chest. The initial thought was suicide, especially since gunpowder residue on his wrist indicated close-range shots. Strangely, no gun was found in the apartment. How did Fink die, and where did his assailant go? The officer searched for secret entrances, but found none. Time was another perplexing element. The officer entered the apartment in less than 10 minutes after the sounds were heard. The iron was still on the ironing board, and the clothes underneath were not burnt. No fingerprints, except Fink's, were found in the apartment. The murder weapon was missing, and all doors and windows were locked from the inside. How did the killer escape? Fink had no known enemies, and robbery was ruled out since all his money and valuables remained untouched. The only explanation left was suicide, but why would Fink shoot his wrist before his chest? And where was the gun he allegedly used? The coroner remarked, "This man was murdered. The position of the body and the location of the wounds confirm that he did not do this to himself." Some claim the case has been mythologized over time to appear more puzzling than it was. The story was covered in the New York Times over 3 days, but lacked many details. It's possible Fink shot himself, the first bullet passing through his chest and wrist, then shot again, and discarded the weapon in an obscure place. However, this remains a theory attempting to unravel an inexplicable event. The Fink case is among the most famous locked room mysteries, often studied by investigators searching for new clues. The case remains a topic of fascination and one of the most bewildering in history. How do you think Fink died? Did he commit suicide or was he murdered? Or has the story been altered over time?